When I think about the history of the law firm, I can't help but think back to the early times. I met Oliver Frascona when we were both in law school, and we weren't close then, but a few years later we ran into each other, and he had a little firm going in Boulder, and he was looking to add another lawyer, and he invited me to come join. So I joined in 1978. At the time, he had another partner, Bill Gillette. Bill subsequently left, but so it was Frascona and Gillette when I joined, and it's been a long time since then. The firm's grown up a lot. One of the things I think about most when I think about back to the beginning is how much things have changed because of technology over the years. When I came to Boulder, I think we were still using typewriters and carbon paper and whiteout. Not too long after that, we got a fax machine, which was the first technology that we had, and that was a notable event. Then not long after that, we got a word processing machine that was pretty big, took up a whole room. We had a daytime word processor operator and a nighttime word processor operator, and I'm not sure if it operated 24 hours a day, but it certainly operated in two shifts. And we were astounded by it because it could print, it took, I think, 18 seconds to print a page, and we thought that was so cool, so fast. And now, that it seems very antiquated and old-fashioned, but that was exciting at the time. The other thing I like to think about when I think back over the years is all the people who have been here, come and gone. We've had a lot of good people. Of course, Oliver passed away way too soon, and that was a big loss. But we've had a lot of good people here, and I'm really proud of the fact that I was involved in some small way in starting a law firm that has grown and prospered and had longevity, 50 years, and as far as I can tell, going strong, looking for the next 50 years. So I think that's great.
Hi, my name is John Goodman. I am the Goodman of Frascona, Joyner, Goodman, and Greenstein. And I am recording this video in May of 2024 as part of our celebration of the 50th anniversary of the founding of the law firm. Now, I think part of celebrating an institution is understanding a little bit about where it came from and some of the adversity that it has overcome. So I'm going to talk to you about three things. The first thing is the creation of the law firm in 1974 and its first 10 years. So Oliver Frascona created the law firm in 1974 and then was joined shortly thereafter by Gary Joyner. And together, in about 10 years, they built up one of Boulder's best law firms and one of Boulder's biggest law firms. Now, all by itself, that's not remarkable. What's remarkable about it is these weren't two guys who started practicing law for 8 years and then left some big firm or the district attorney's office and started a law firm after having practiced law for some time. No, these guys did it from scratch, essentially, right out of law school. And that would not have happened without the incredible, their talents as a lawyer and their dynamism as business people. Okay, that's number one. Number two, and we're getting into two adversity events here. In 1984, Oliver and Gary completed the building of what we call the Oak Bay building, the building in which I am sitting right now, the building in which the law firm has been housed for the last 40 years. And while I believe that in the long term, the creation of this building turned out to be an extraordinarily innovative, far-sighted event that literally serves as the foundation for the law firm. In the beginning, it was rough. Too much building for too small of a law firm to support the overhead of such a big building. And I think it contributed to the loss of talent before I joined the law firm. And then it was a big part, I think, of the challenges that we had attracting and retaining talent after I joined the law firm. Now, why did I stay? Why didn't it bug me? Well, I mean, part of it was such a cool place to work, such a great place to learn. In addition to Oliver and Gary, I had an outstanding mentor and role model in David Ferris. I had my partner in crime, Greg Greenstein, who was hired shortly after I was hired and became a partner shortly after I became a partner. And I had the chutzpah, the arrogance to think that I would be able to build the law firm quickly into being able to handle our big building. Well, I was right. We were eventually able to fill the building, but it didn't happen quickly. More on that in a minute. Okay, the second event to overcome, and the third on my list of my 3 things, no drum roll necessary, you know it's coming, is Oliver Frascona's tragic death, together with the 4 passengers in the airplane, their death in a plane crash that happened 10 years ago in 2014. Now, you know, of course, the main tragedy of those deaths were tragedies for the people who died and their loved ones. And the impact on the firm is not significant compared to that. But nevertheless, for the firm, the death of Oliver Frascona was huge. He wasn't just, you know, the flagship of the law firm, the namesake of the law firm. At the time he died, he was bringing in 40% of the revenue of the law firm. And more important than both of those things is he was such a beloved person. He was not the kind of person that people would name their kids after. He was the kind of person who people actually did name their kids after Oliver. But the firewalls held, and in retrospect, with the benefit of hindsight, we can see that, you know, starting in around 2000, we started hiring a new generation of attorneys who, over the years, became the current leadership of the law firm and have been a huge part in building the law firm to the tremendous success that it has right now. And there were so many tragedies of that plane crash, and one of the more minor tragedies of the plane crash, but nevertheless, a tragedy in my mind, is that Oliver did not live to see how successful the law firm has become. I know he would have been very, very proud of what we have accomplished. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I wish I had more time to mention more people, especially staff. We have such outstanding staff now and have had that continuously over the 40 years I've been part of the law firm. I have been so fortunate to be part of this great institution, and thank you for listening this long.
I'm proud to be part of the 50-year history at Frascona, Joyner, Goodman, and Greenstein. I'm the Greenstein on the law firm name, and I've been at this law firm since 1992. I started my career back in 1987. And the way I came here is kind of interesting. I wasn't really looking for a job, and I have an uncle who's an attorney in Washington, D.C. and does real estate. And Oliver Frascona, the founding member of the law firm, was teaching a course to real estate brokers in Washington, D.C. And my uncle went to the class, and then at the end of the class, he was chatting with Oliver, and Oliver said, when he heard that my uncle has a nephew in Colorado who's a lawyer, Oliver said, "Oh, we're always looking to hire good people, have them send me a resume." And I did some real estate work back then, not a lot. And I sent the resume in, got an interview, went really well. I was scheduled for a second interview. And then the law firm where I was working ended up representing a plaintiff in a civil case where the defendant was represented by the Frascona firm. And that ended my discussions about a job because I couldn't do both ethically. I couldn't be representing a plaintiff while at the same time negotiating a job with the law firm representing the defendant. So when that case got resolved, I decided to follow up again, and I contacted the firm again, got another interview and a set of interviews, and eventually came over here back in 1992. And at the time, this law firm had, I think, 7 attorneys. I think there were 2 partners. It was Oliver and Gary at the time. John Goodman was an associate. He's now one of the named partners. And yeah, that was it. It was really small. It was about 7 attorneys. Since that time, we've grown to more than 20 attorneys over the years. And I'm proud to be part of that tradition of growing the law firm too. That's been kind of an amazing ride watching it grow. So I came here in 92, and at the time I was practicing divorce, real estate, and a few other kinds of civil cases, and I was dabbling in all 3. But as a family law attorney doing mostly divorce work now, divorce has tentacles and it takes a lot of time. So I ended up having to spend most of my time dealing with divorce cases, and eventually that's all I did. And I didn't have any mentors over here. I had to build the practice on my own, figure out how to do it, how to get cases, how to develop forms, how to do the practice. And I've mentored other lawyers over the years too, for how to do that. And some of those lawyers are lawyers that have been at the law firm, left the law firm, and then came back, which is another tradition that we have here at the Frascona firm, which is we've had so many people over the years who left thinking that there were greener pastures somewhere else and then came back to us. So my current family law associate attorney is one of those people. A few years ago, she left to go take a job at another family law firm and soon realized it's just not working out. It's not the same as being here at this place where we have really good people, really good infrastructure. We care about our clients. We care about each other. We've got the technology. We've got the legal knowledge. We have the facilities, and we really know what we're doing over here. And it makes me proud to be part of this law firm. And so once again, to everybody who's helped make this possible, 50 years of history, 6 years in a row of being voted the best law firm in Boulder, I say congratulations to everybody else for making this happen. I mean, I had my small part in it, but it really takes a big team to make it all happen, and I'm proud to be part of the team.
Hi, my name is Cindy Manzano, and I'm a partner here at Frascona, Joyner, Goodman, and Greenstein. We're celebrating our 50th anniversary, and I am so honored to be part of the team here. I have been with Frascona, Joyner, Goodman, and Greenstein since 2001. I joined the firm after moving from Miami, Florida, and working in Denver for a short while. I moved after I had my first child, and a couple years later, I became a partner here and have been a partner ever since. And I'm just honored to be part of this team. We have wonderful staff, wonderful attorneys, and such a legacy that was started originally by the late Oliver Frascona, who we all know and loved, and Gary Joyner, who also was part of starting this wonderful firm. And John Goodman was a wonderful mentor. Greg Greenstein started his own family law practice here to expand our real estate practice. I primarily do construction, real estate litigation, commercial litigation. I do some employment law, and I also do transactional work and just counseling clients. And what I can say about this firm is that we all love helping people, and it's just a wonderful environment here. I'm so proud to be part of it. And I'm one of the female partners here. I'm also Hispanic. Over the years, we've become a bigger firm, more diverse, and it's just a great team, and we do just about everything these days. So we work all through Colorado, and we've been voted the best of Boulder for many years. We work outside of Boulder. Many of us also work outside the state of Colorado. Thank you to everyone, especially our clients who are just great to work with.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. My name is John Sargent, and I am here to talk to you a little bit about our 50-year anniversary here at Frascona, Joyner, Goodman, and Greenstein. I am the current law firm president, also an attorney here at the firm, and as my partners might occasionally say, a hard ass. I was told by my speechwriter that there would be a teleprompter with this presentation. Unfortunately, I guess it's not available, so I'm going to go ahead and wing it. If you've made it this far in our 50-year presentations, then that means you've likely watched the videos of Joyner, Goodman, and Greenstein, or as I respectfully refer to as the old guys. And so what I'd like to do is share a little bit about my journey here at the law firm. But before I do so, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to all of you that have made our 50 years in business possible. Businesses don't just exist for 50 years without good people and good clients. And in our case, we've been really fortunate to have good leadership and great people supporting that leadership and great clients. And without those sort of three key components, we wouldn't be here celebrating our 50 years. And so to everybody that has currently works here, or that has worked here in the past, and to all of our clients that have entrusted us with their legal services, I'd like to say thank you. And a sincere thank you for supporting us and also helping us become the best in Boulder, which we've been recognized as for the last 6 years, which is a pretty neat honor for us. So thank you to all of you for making our 50 years possible. Now, a little bit about my journey here at the law firm. Being a lawyer is a bit of a second career for me. And in my prior career, I worked as a rock climbing and mountaineering guide and decided to go back to law school. I was living in Boulder, and my primary goal was to get a job at a law firm in Boulder. And I happened to know somebody whose wife was an attorney at Frascona, and she, Karen Radakovich, helped put my name in for an interview at on-campus interviews at the University of Colorado School of Law in 2005. I had the good fortune of being their second choice. Fortunately for me, their first choice declined the law clerk position, and I was able to come on in 2005 as a law clerk, and then after passing the bar, start as an associate attorney. Since that time period, I've had the good fortune of building a career and friendships and just wonderful relationships with clients throughout my time here at the law firm. And I started as an associate. I became a shareholder in roughly 2013 and have been the president for the last several years. And it certainly has had its ups and downs, but it has just been a real pleasure to be involved with the law firm and with the folks that have really made this a great place, and to have the opportunity to work with the clients that I have the good fortune of working with. And as I sit here and think about our 50-year anniversary, I can only think that Oliver would be really proud. As John had talked about in his video presentation, Oliver unfortunately was killed in a plane crash along with 4 other people, which was a really big deal for our law firm. I had just become a new partner, and it was a pretty significant blow for us. but we were able to pull together and continue to forge ahead and to continue to grow the law firm to what it is today. And I can only sit here and think that Oliver would be proud with 2 asterisks. 1, beards. Oliver, despite having a very full mustache, was not a fan of beards. And so a few of us here have chosen, you might call it the post-COVID beard, but we have beards. And so Oliver would likely not be a fan of that. And as you will see, I'm not wearing a tie. And Oliver was the kind of fella that had monogrammed shirts and always wore a tie. And so subject to those two items, I think Oliver would be really proud of where we have gotten to today. So in closing, again, thank you to all of you out there that have supported us, helped us, and believed in us in getting to this 50-year anniversary milestone. We look forward to serving the community and our clients for another 50 years. And I personally look forward to somebody referring to me as one of the old guys. So again, thank you, and we look forward to continuing to work with you all into the future.